Okay, imagine, if you will, this is election day. Uh, we're waiting uh, for armed guard to escort us to the poll. We're worried whether or not we'll get there without gunfire, or whether we'll have a car bomb, or whether we'll engage mines. Uh, Fortunately, this probably won't happen in the United States, but it does happen in other countries. The United States is the fourth largest country uh, in the Western world, and it also boasts the largest economic power in words of gross national product. But unfortunately, we have one of the lowest voting records of any country. Um, can you go to the next slide, please? This tells us how we rank among other countries. We're near the bottom of the poll as far as voting. Only South Korea is a little bit lower than we are. And it's sad that the United States, out of all the freedom that uh, we we just do not go to the polls and vote. And because of voter apathy, people just choose not to vote. Uh, and there's a number of reasons that, according to the International Business Times, the United States ranked 10 to 15% lower than other countries as far as voter turnout. And this is, I guess, contributed to voter apathy. And for a number of reasons, people just choose not to vote. 1980, in the 1980s, I served 6 years as a precinct chairman in my local voting precinct. Part of my responsibilities was to hold elections, open and close the polls, certain amount of voter education, and I also was on the executive board of my political party, which had a lot of say in some jobs that needed to be appointed. We participated in that. There's a large percentage of people in the United States just for different reasons choose not to vote. According to George Nathan, an American writer, he said bad officials are elected by good citizens who choose not to vote. We'll take a look at voter apathy and some reasons why people don't register and why people just don't vote in general. And some maybe examine some of the possible solutions we have to improve voter turnout. Next slide, please. If we take a look at some reasons why people don't vote, this is a chart showing people just don't register. This was taken in 2008. And if you look, 51% of them just was not interested. And that's a percent that wasn't eligible to vote, and another one that just didn't actually meet the deadlines for it. They just choose not to vote, just for not even to register, rather, for this particular reason. Okay, the next one. Okay, this slide here shows that reasons that people just choose not to vote in an election, and 17% said that they were just too busy to vote. almost 15% saying it's illness, and a large 26% say they just were not interested in it or didn't particularly like the candidates. There are several excuses, and they both the one that's not registered and the one that didn't vote. A large percentage of it was just not interested. And we don't understand why people just choose not to vote at all, and what we can do to try to improve this thing. We'll look at that in a few minutes. Plato said penalties for refusing to participate in politics is to be governed by your inferior, and that's something I think everybody needs to kind of take a look at. Okay, we can look at some possible solutions, to this, and one of them would be is just having a better education program, in being more involved in civic activities, or make voting a civic duty, or make it a family affair, and more people would actually participate. More if they were more involved in that. Okay, let me have the next slide, please. And this is a little slide here depicting how people vote. If you look, the unemployment benefit line is full with all kind of excuses, and if you look at the voting line, there's nobody there. People got excuses, but they don't participate in the voting in order to fix whatever is wrong. Okay, give me the next one, please. Okay, this is the percentage of voting by race and by age, and if you'll notice, this bottom line here is ages from 18 to 24, and it's been progressively lower over the years than the other voters. So that's one area that education would be able to help, maybe improve it or get a more of a turnout to vote here. Okay. Dave Burlington, who was over setting up voter apathy, said if we explain to people the power of the vote and why, and why they should use it, we think this would change attitudes and encourage more participation. Okay, we have the next. I guess okay. And I think this actually meets what God values as far as what God loves, which meant that God values the government as an executor of his righteous, which is backed up by 1 Timothy 2 and 14. Thank you.